Released in 1989, Harlem Nights brought together an all-star cast led by Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, and Redd Foxx in a dazzling blend of comedy, drama, and crime set in the vibrant 1930s. The film was a celebration of legendary talent and a showcase of rising stars, making it a cultural touchstone that still resonates with audiences today. But what became of the incredible cast behind this unforgettable classic? In 2024, we look back 35 years later to uncover the personal and professional journeys of these iconic actors, exploring their triumphs, challenges, and enduring legacies. Dive into the stories of these stars and discover how they've shaped the entertainment world over the decades. Richard Pryor, born on December 1, 1940, crafted a nuanced portrayal of Sugar Ray, the calm and calculating mentor figure. At 48 years old during Harlem Nights, Pryor was already a comedy legend, but his life off-screen was anything but stable. Growing up in a brothel run by his grandmother, his childhood was fraught with abuse and neglect. Pryor's adult life mirrored this chaos, with 6 marriages to 5 women, including Flynn Belaine, and 7 children, like Rain and Richard Pryor Jr., often caught in the crossfire of his struggles. His career saw groundbreaking success, such as in Silver Streak and his stand-up specials, but was plagued by addiction, financial troubles, and health issues, including multiple sclerosis in his later years. In one of his life's darkest moments, he nearly died after setting himself on fire during a drug binge. Pryor passed away on December 10, 2005, at the age of 65, leaving behind a legacy of humor that masked a life of profound pain and adversity. Redd Foxx, born on December 9, 1922, brought his inimitable humor to the role of Benny Wilson, injecting levity into the film with his sharp wit. At 66 during filming, Foxx was a seasoned entertainer, celebrated for his role in Sanford & Son. However, his life was far from a comedic script. Raised in poverty, Foxx hustled from a young age, eventually making a name for himself in comedy clubs. His personal life was a roller coaster. He married 4 times, including to Betty Jean Harris, and had no children, which he later expressed regret about. Financially, Foxx faced devastating lows, declaring bankruptcy in the 1980s due to unpaid taxes, and losing his cherished belongings in IRS seizures. His career, while iconic, was shadowed by health issues and legal troubles. Tragically, Foxx died of a heart attack on October 11, 1991, at 68, collapsing on the set of The Royal Family. His life story remains a poignant reminder of the challenges behind the laughter. Danny Aiello, born on June 20, 1933, brought the devious and morally bankrupt Phil Contoni to life in Harlem Nights. At the age of 56, he infused the character with a sinister charm that mirrored his complex personal life. Aiello grew up in a struggling Italian-American family in New York City, the 5th of 6 children, enduring a turbulent childhood marked by poverty and the early death of his father. He married Sandy Cohen in 1955, and their marriage lasted over 6 decades, yet it was fraught with challenges, including financial strain and the loss of their son Danny III in 2010, a tragedy that haunted him until his death. Despite his success in films like Do the Right Thing and Moonstruck, Aiello often struggled with self-doubt and regret, exacerbated by his battles with depression. He passed away suddenly on December 12, 2019, at the age of 86, leaving behind a legacy of nuanced performances that captured both strength and vulnerability. Mikal Lerner, born on June 22, 1941, brought cunning and gravitas to his role as the ruthless gangster Bugsy Calhoun in Harlem Nights. At 48, Lerner was already an established character actor, known for his ability to bring depth to villainous roles. Growing up in a Jewish family in Brooklyn, Lerner was often teased for his weight, which affected his self-esteem but also fueled his determination to prove himself. His career spanned decades, with memorable performances in Barton Fink, earning him an Oscar nomination, and Elf. Despite professional success, Lerner's personal life was less fulfilling. He never married, had no children, and often described himself as a solitary man. Health challenges, including heart issues in his later years, limited his ability to work consistently. He passed away on April 8, 2023, at the age of 81, leaving behind a legacy as one of Hollywood's most reliable character actors, admired for his dedication to his craft. Della Reese, born on July 6, 1931, embodied the resilient Vera in Harlem Nights at the age of 58. Known for her commanding presence and razor-sharp wit, Reese had a life as vibrant and challenging as her character. Raised in Detroit, she started singing in her church choir and rose to fame as a jazz and gospel singer before transitioning to acting. Her personal life, however, was a tapestry of trials. Reese endured multiple miscarriages and the tragic loss of her adopted daughter, Della Reese, to a pituitary disease in 2002. Her marriage to Franklin Lett in 1983 brought stability, but Reese continued to battle health issues, including a near-fatal brain aneurysm in 1979 and later complications from diabetes. Despite these struggles, she remained a beacon of positivity, serving as an ordained minister and helping countless people. Reese passed away on November 19, 2017, at the age of 86, remembered for her warmth, wisdom, and indomitable spirit. Thomas Mikal Ford, born on September 5, 1964, gave a compelling performance as Tommy Smalls in Harlem Nights. At just 25, he was embarking on what seemed to be a promising career. Ford grew up in a working-class family in Yonkers, New York, where he developed an early passion for acting, finding solace in theater to escape the challenges of a tough upbringing. Known for his role as Tommy in the hit sitcom Martin, he achieved fame but faced significant setbacks, including financial difficulties after the show's end. His personal life was equally tumultuous. He was married to Gina Sasso, and they had 2 children, Madison and Thomas Jr., but the couple divorced after years of discord. Ford's life was further marked by health issues, including complications from an abdominal aneurysm that led to his untimely death on October 12, 2016, at 52. His passing shocked fans, as he had just begun to share plans for a second act in his career, focusing on motivational speaking and writing. Uncle Ray Murphy, born on November 27, 1938, lent his warmth and humor to the role of Willie in Harlem Nights. At 50, he was already a beloved figure in the Murphy family, often collaborating with his nephew Eddie Murphy on various projects. Uncle Ray's upbringing in Brooklyn, New York, was defined by resilience. He worked hard from a young age to support his family and later found joy in entertainment. Though he remained mostly in the background, his appearances in films like Coming to America made him a familiar face to audiences. Uncle Ray's personal life was filled with quiet struggles. He never married and had no children, finding solace in his extended family and close-knit relationships. He battled health issues later in life and passed away on October 15, 2013, at 74, leaving behind a legacy of understated charm and familial devotion that resonated with those who knew him. Charlie Murphy, born on July 12, 1959, brought his sharp comedic timing to his role as Jimmy in Harlem Nights. He was 30 years old when he took on this minor but memorable character, which was one of many performances showcasing his wit and ability to create memorable moments on screen. Growing up in Brooklyn, New York, Charlie was the older brother of Eddie Murphy, and while he initially struggled to escape his brother's shadow, his career eventually found its rhythm. He found success in stand-up comedy and writing, notably for Chappelle's Show, where his hilarious recounting of his experiences with Prince became legendary. However, Charlie's personal life was often marked by heartache and loss. He was married to a woman named Tisha Taylor, with whom he had 2 children, but the marriage ended in tragedy with Tisha's untimely death from cancer in 2009. Charlie was deeply affected by the loss and faced a personal battle with his own health. He was diagnosed with leukemia in 2017 and tragically passed away on April 12, 2017, at 57 years old. Reynaldo Rey, born on January 27, 1940, played the role of a gambler in Harlem Nights, contributing to the film's vibrant atmosphere. At 49 years old during the filming, Rey had already experienced a long and varied career, often taking on comedic or supporting roles in both film and television. Despite his talent, Rey's career never quite reached the heights of superstardom, though he was a familiar face in Hollywood. His personal life, like his career, was marked by both triumphs and challenges. Rey was married twice and had children, but his relationships were not always smooth. His marriage to his first wife ended in divorce, and his second marriage was reportedly difficult. Rey also faced personal health struggles throughout his later years. On May 28, 2015, Rey passed away at the age of 75, following complications from a stroke, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances, particularly in comedy. His death marked the loss of a beloved actor whose career spanned over 5 decades in the entertainment industry. Eddie Murphy, born on April 3, 1961, brought the character Quick to life with his signature charisma and comedic timing. Quick's sharp mind and unwavering loyalty mirrored Murphy's real-life drive and determination. At just 28 years old, he was already a global star, yet his rise to fame came at the cost of a tumultuous personal life. Murphy experienced a difficult childhood after his parents' divorce and the tragic loss of his father when he was young. As an adult, his relationships were often fraught with challenges. He has been married twice, first to Nicole Mitchell, with whom he shares 5 children, including Bria and Miles, and later to Paige Butcher, with whom he has 2 children. However, Murphy's love life was marked by public scandals, including legal disputes over paternity. His career, though filled with hits like Beverly Hills Cop and Coming to America, also faced significant lows, with critical flops and periods of retreat from the spotlight. Now 63, he continues to act and make audiences laugh, yet his journey is a testament to resilience in the face of personal and professional upheaval. Rick Aiello, born on September 21, 1955, played man number 1 in Harlem Nights at the age of 34. Aiello, the son of the famous actor Danny Aiello, had his own share of fame, starring in films like Do the Right Thing and The Professional as well as numerous television roles. Raised in a family rooted in show business, Aiello's early life wasn't free of challenges. While his career appeared to be on an upward trajectory, Aiello had difficulty breaking free from his father's shadow, often finding himself cast in roles that echoed his father's style. As for his personal life, Aiello had a troubled relationship with his family and his marriages. He was married to his wife, his high school sweetheart, with whom he had children. The Aiello's relationship faced several ups and downs, resulting in divorce after many years. The most devastating event of Aiello's life came when he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in 2021. Aiello's battle with the illness was swift and cruel, and he passed away on July 26, 2021, at the age of 65. Berlinda Tolbert, born on November 4, 1949, in Charlotte, North Carolina, was 39 years old when she played Annie in Harlem Nights. Annie, a supportive character in the nightclub, showcased Berlinda's natural warmth and charm. Growing up in a humble household, Berlinda experienced hardship early on, including the death of a sibling, which deeply impacted her. She rose to fame with her role as Jenny Willis on The Jeffersons, but after the show ended, Berlinda struggled to find consistent work and often faced typecasting. In 1979, she married journalist Bob Reed, but their relationship suffered due to Berlinda's career instability and personal insecurities. They remained childless, and in the years that followed, Berlinda faced numerous hardships, including the loss of her parents, a devastating house fire, and financial difficulties. Despite these challenges, she maintained her dignity and now, at 75, lives a quiet and reclusive life in North Carolina, far from the Hollywood spotlight. Jasmine Guy, born on March 10, 1962, in Boston, Massachusetts, was 27 when she played the seductive Dominique LaRue in Harlem Nights. Raised in a turbulent household, Jasmine's parents' volatile relationship influenced her drive to succeed in the arts. She gained fame with her role as Whitley Gilbert on A Different World, but her post-show career faced challenges, including being typecast and struggling to find substantial roles. In 1998, Jasmine married investment broker Terrence Duckett, and they had a daughter, Imani. However, their marriage ended in divorce in 2008 due to emotional neglect and financial disputes. Following the divorce, Jasmine faced several personal challenges, including a lupus diagnosis, financial struggles, and the death of a close friend. Despite these setbacks, she found strength in her daughter and her advocacy for lupus awareness. Now 62, Jasmine continues to act in smaller roles and remains a devoted mother, finding peace and purpose in her advocacy work. David Marciano, born on January 7, 1960, portrayed Tony, a minor but memorable character in Harlem Nights, 1989, at the age of 29. Raised in Newark, New Jersey, Marciano came from a troubled home, with his parents' frequent arguments leaving emotional scars that fueled his desire to escape into acting. After studying drama in London, he returned to the U.S. and found success in TV roles, notably in L.A. Law. Despite his early success, Marciano's career never reached the level he had hoped for. He struggled with typecasting and personal setbacks, including a difficult marriage to actress Katayan Amini, with whom he shares 2 children. Their divorce was highly publicized and followed by a protracted custody battle. In the late 1990s, Marciano was briefly blacklisted after a professional dispute with a producer, which further hindered his career. Today, at 64, Marciano lives quietly in California, primarily working as a voice actor and acting coach. Stan Shaw, born on July 14, 1952, in Chicago, Illinois, played Jack Jenkins, the boxer in Harlem Nights, at the age of 37. Shaw's early years were marked by his family's musical background, and he initially pursued a career in singing before discovering his love for acting. After gaining recognition in films like Rocky and The Boys in Company C, Shaw struggled with inconsistent roles and long periods of unemployment. In 1981, Shaw married his high school sweetheart, but the marriage ended in divorce 5 years later, and he remained childless. His career was further derailed by a car accident in the 1990s that left him with lasting physical injuries, followed by a bankruptcy that strained his finances. His personal life was also affected by the death of his older brother, who had been a major influence in his life. At 72, Shaw lives in Los Angeles and occasionally makes appearances at conventions, reflecting on his career and personal life with a mix of regret and acceptance. Lela Rochon, born on April 17, 1964, was just 25 years old when she portrayed Sunshine in Harlem Nights, 1989. The role helped establish her as a rising star, known for her beauty and magnetic presence. Raised in Los Angeles, Rochon initially studied communications but quickly transitioned to acting, landing her big break in Harlem Nights. Her career flourished in the 1990s with notable roles in Boomerang, 1992, and Waiting to Exhale, 1995. However, her personal life has been tumultuous. She married director Antoine Fuqua, but their relationship faced numerous challenges, including publicized infidelities. They have 2 children together, Asia and Brando, but their marriage ultimately struggled under the weight of public scrutiny. Rochon also faced her own health battles, including postpartum depression, which affected her confidence and career. Now 60, she has shifted away from mainstream Hollywood, focusing on advocating for women's empowerment and living a more private life, though the emotional toll of her past relationships continues to shape her today. Arsenio Hall, born on February 12, 1956, brought comic brilliance to his role as Crying Man in Harlem Nights, a character whose exaggerated emotional outbursts made him unforgettable despite his limited screen time. Hall was 33 when he appeared in the film, already recognized for his dynamic personality as a stand-up comedian. His childhood in Cleveland, Ohio, was marred by his parents' divorce when he was young, and he often moved between his mother's and father's homes. Although his career soared with the Arsenio Hall Show, which became a cultural phenomenon, Hall faced periods of professional stagnation when his talk show ended in the mid-90s, leaving him to navigate a challenging industry. His personal life has been relatively private, but he had one son, Arsenio Hall Jr., born in 1999, whom he raised as a single father. Hall also struggled with the pressures of fame and mental health challenges, taking extended breaks from the spotlight. Now 68, he occasionally performs and reflects on his legacy while enjoying a quieter life. Vic Polizos, born on August 12, 1947, portrayed Richie Vento, a loyal but ruthless henchman to Bugsy Calhoun in Harlem Nights, 1989, when he was 42 years old. Raised in a working-class Greek-American family in Chicago, Polizos initially pursued a career in law enforcement before discovering his passion for acting. He moved to Los Angeles in his late 20s, and though he found steady work, he was often cast in villainous roles, like in The Last Boy Scout and Eraser. His personal life was marked by struggles, including a painful divorce from his first wife and the loss of his brother to cancer in the mid-90s. In the early 2000s, Polizos was involved in a near-fatal car accident that left him with chronic pain, forcing him to cut back on acting. At 77, he now lives in New Mexico, where he focuses on painting and mentoring younger actors, but he continues to deal with the emotional scars of his past, particularly the loss of his brother and the challenges in his personal relationships. Robin Harris, born on August 30, 1953, was 36 years old when he portrayed Jerome in Harlem Nights, bringing his sharp wit and comedic brilliance to the role. Harris's career began in Chicago, where he honed his comedy skills by observing the challenges and humor of everyday life. He achieved considerable success in the stand-up comedy world, earning recognition for his ability to captivate audiences with his storytelling. Harris's big break came when he appeared in Harlem Nights alongside Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor. His performance brought a burst of humor to the film, and he was beloved by fans. Despite his rising popularity, Harris faced personal struggles. He was married to Exetta Harris, and they had a son, Robin Jr. However, he struggled with financial instability and the pressure of balancing a demanding career with family life. Tragically, Harris passed away on March 18, 1990, from cardiac arrhythmia, just months after Harlem Nights premiered. His untimely death at the age of 36 shocked the comedy world and left fans grieving the loss of a rising star who had much more to offer. G2 Cumbuka, born on March 4, 1940, played the toothless gambler in Harlem Nights. At 49, Cumbuka's role added a humorous and memorable touch to the film, but his life was not without its hardships. Raised in Chicago, Cumbuka's early life was filled with challenges, including a stint in the military and a difficult start in the entertainment industry. His career included a range of roles in television and film, but despite his talent, he faced numerous struggles, including a lack of substantial recognition for his work. His personal life was similarly tumultuous. Cumbuka went through several failed relationships, and his financial struggles often left him unable to fully enjoy the fruits of his labor. Later in life, Cumbuka was diagnosed with cancer, which ultimately led to his death on July 4, 2017, at the age of 77. Though he passed after a long battle with the illness, Cumbuka is remembered fondly by those who worked with him for his talent, generosity, and sense of humor. Miguel A. Nunez Jr., born on August 11, 1959, played the role of the man with the broken nose in Harlem Nights. At 30, he brought a touch of humor and intrigue to his character, contributing to the film's vibrant atmosphere. Growing up in New York City, Nunez was drawn to acting at a young age, eventually landing roles in a variety of television shows and films. Despite his early success, including roles in The Return of the Living Dead and Juwanna Mann, Nunez faced his own personal struggles. He experienced several bouts of homelessness and financial instability, which forced him to confront harsh realities in the entertainment industry. Nunez was married to his wife, Janelle, and together they have children, though details about his family life are mostly kept private. Nunez has managed to overcome these struggles, remaining an active actor in both film and television. Now 65, he continues to work in the industry, though his career has had its peaks and valleys. Granderson Jones, born January 19, 1964, played the role of a crapshooter in Harlem Nights. He was 25 years old during filming, bringing youthful energy and a unique style to the role. Jones's career in Hollywood has been mostly filled with supporting parts and occasional appearances in film and television. His role in Harlem Nights was one of his earliest, but his career in entertainment was more focused on television, where he gained recognition in the 1990s. Despite the career opportunities, Jones's personal life has been less public, with little information about his relationships or family. It is unclear whether he was married or had children, as he tends to maintain privacy regarding his personal affairs. In his later years, Jones moved further away from the public eye, preferring a quiet life outside the entertainment industry. At 60 years old, he is still alive, though not much is known about his current activities or lifestyle. Desi Arnez Hines II, born on January 21, 1980, was just 9 years old when he portrayed young Quick in Harlem Nights. His role as a young Eddie Murphy in the film showcased his natural talent and youthful energy. Raised in New York, Hines started acting at a very young age and gained fame for his role in the sitcom The Hughleys. Though Hines began with a bright future in Hollywood, his career has faced many obstacles, including typecasting and struggles to land significant roles. On the personal side, Hines had a difficult upbringing, and his parents' separation during his childhood left an emotional scar. In terms of relationships, Hines has had his share of rocky romantic involvements, but details about his family life are largely private. He is currently 44 years old, and while his acting career has slowed down, he has found peace in more personal pursuits. He remains an advocate for mental health awareness, a cause close to his heart given his struggles with depression throughout his life. Kathleen Bradley, born on January 10, 1951, portrayed a lady in Harlem Nights, bringing elegance and sophistication to the film. At 38 years old during filming, Bradley was already an established actress and model. She had a long career in television and film, appearing in numerous projects, but her role in Harlem Nights helped cement her place in the entertainment industry. Bradley's personal life, however, has not been without challenges. She was married to actor and comedian Gary D. Sturgis, but their marriage faced difficulties, including public tensions. They eventually separated, and Bradley's personal struggles with love and family life became a part of her public narrative. She also faced financial hardships in the years following her marriage and had to overcome many obstacles to regain stability. Despite these difficulties, Bradley continues to be a respected figure in the entertainment industry. At 73 years old, she has transitioned to a more private life, but she remains active in advocacy and philanthropic work. Nona Gaye, born on September 4, 1974, played the role of a patron in Harlem Nights when she was only 15 years old. Despite the minor nature of her role, Gaye's presence added to the rich tapestry of characters in the film. Nona is the daughter of the legendary Marvin Gaye, and she followed in his footsteps by pursuing a career in the entertainment industry. While her career in film began with Harlem Nights, she later made a name for herself in music and modeling. Despite a promising start, Gaye's career has faced struggles, and she has been open about the challenges of living under the shadow of her famous father. Her personal life has been marked by both success and heartache, as she has dealt with the pressure of fame, family expectations, and public scrutiny. Gaye is one child, but much of her family life has remained private. Today, at 50 years old, she continues to be involved in music and activism, focusing on making a difference through her platform. Carmen Filpi, born on March 22, 1923, brought his distinctive charm to the role of the doorman in Harlem Nights, where he was 66 years old during filming. With a career spanning several decades, Filpi was known for his portrayal of quirky, memorable characters in both television and film, often playing roles that added depth and humor to the narrative. Born in New York, Filpi faced personal struggles early in life, with an impoverished childhood and a tough start in the entertainment industry. Despite his talent, he struggled to gain recognition early on, but eventually found success in character roles that showcased his unique flair. His personal life was marred by hardship as well. Filpi went through multiple marriages, none of which lasted. The most heartbreaking chapter of his life came when he was diagnosed with cancer. He battled the illness in his later years, which ultimately claimed his life on May 9, 2003, at the age of 80. While his family life was complicated, Filpi remained a beloved figure in the entertainment world, remembered for his contributions to film and television. Who's your favorite character from Harlem Nights? How do you feel knowing that some of the actors have passed away? Don't hesitate to leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this content, please remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss future videos. Thank you so much.